Investigative journalist Seymour Hersh has slammed Washington's alleged involvement in bombing the Nord Stream gas lines as one of the dumbest decisions taken in years, warning that the move will have horrific consequences for Europeans and further undercut the already supremely useless NATO alliance. Speaking to Democracy Now! Host Amy Goodman for an interview on Wednesday, Hersh outlined his recent report on the destruction of the pipelines last year, which found that the U.S. played a key role in planting and detonating explosives on sections of the Nord Stream pipelines under the Baltic Sea. "I think the consequences politically for us are enormous," he said, adding that the long-term effects for Europe would be horrific and cut into the notion that they can depend totally on America, even in a crisis. "I think that this has probably been, in the view of some of the people who did it, one of the dumbest things the American government has done in years, and we've had 4 years of Trump." Hersh argued that U.S. officials have long seen cheap energy alternatives for Europe as a threat, noting that Washington has always wanted to isolate Russia to prevent oil and gas sales to the EU. He said the Joe Biden administration feared Europe would walk away from the conflict in Ukraine and felt the need to pressure allies to stay the course. "What Biden did is he said, 'I'm in a big war with Ukraine. It's not looking good. I want to be sure I get German and West European support,'" Hersh continued. He added that the president did not want Berlin to reverse course and reopen the Nord Stream lines, which had been under sanctions, so he took away that option, effectively telling his European partners you're second rate. "I know people that are paying 5 times as much now for electricity. People are paying 3 or 4 times more for gas. There's not enough of it. It's very expensive," he said, arguing that Europe is now forced to obtain energy from other sources than Russia, including the United States itself. "And I think it's going to undercut NATO, which I always found to be supremely useless," he added. While the Biden administration has vocally denied Hersh's report, with State Department spokesperson Ned Price calling it utter and complete nonsense, the journalist has stuck by his unnamed source, insisting the information relayed to him was accurate. He told Democracy Now! That he would continue to report on the issue in the future, saying there are still things I need to write about. Rumor has it